Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another video. So today you can see we're playing something different. I'm here to introduce a brand new game here, which is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Right, so this game is created by the same company as Brave Frontier. Right, and then here today I'm gonna go through a bit of the basic mechanics of this particular game. Right, so if you guys are just started or want to start on this game, right, I think this video should be more than enough to cover pretty much the basics of the game itself. Right, so I've been playing this game for roughly 2 days, so quite a new player here as well. Right, so anyway, within these 2 days I went through pretty much the tutorial and as much as I can absorb, right, for this particular game. And I would say this game is pretty easy to grab hold of, although there is many different functions in game. Right, so before I start, I'm gonna give like pretty much a background of what I know about Final Fantasy. Right, so I'm quite a fan of Final Fantasy, but despite just playing Final Fantasy 7, right, Final Fantasy 7 as well as Final Fantasy Crisis Core on the PSP, Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children the movie, and Final Fantasy Dissidia and Dissidia 2 on the PSP as well. Right, so that's pretty much all the games I play, and hence you can take a look at the current team that I have is basically the characters from Final Fantasy Dissidia. Right, Firion, Kuja, as well as Cecil. Right, so anyway, we're gonna go through a bit of what this game have to offer. Right, so anyway, this game features not the real-time fighting style like what we have currently in the latest few Final Fantasy games. Right, it's the back to the old school turn-by-turn play style, and we have dungeons to explore as well. Right, so let's go ahead with the world map here. Alright, so let me go through a bit of what we have here. So you can see here is pretty much the map, the world map. Alright, so we have pretty much towns that in which we can actually navigate around, like actually navigate like this. Like we can just navigate around, and then here we can actually unlock some side quests, go to stores to buy materials or pretty much armor and weapons, right, and then to fit in to equip for the various heroes that you have in your team. Right, so other than that, as I mentioned, old school fighting style. So we're going to go into one of the battles. So you can see here, every single area here only have every single map here have 3 areas, right? And upon clearing 3 areas, you get one free summoning chance. Right, so you can see here, the team that I have just now is all by doing the free summoning. Right, so yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go into one of the battles to show you guys the mechanics in game. Right, so you can see here, as I mentioned, is a very it's a game created by Brave Frontier. So you can see it's a very Brave Frontier like. Right, anyway, it's also the old school Final Fantasy playstyle. Right, so basically what you have here, you can actually tap on each character to attack. Right, other than that, you can tap, long hold, and you can see you have basically all the different kinds of choice that you can make within the turn. Attack using items, abilities, as well as guard. Right, so we're going to go back. We're just going to do normal attack for this round. Right, so you can see all those little red gems that you are collecting is actually the limit, the items to fill up your limit break bar. Right, so if you're familiar with Final Fantasy, limit break is basically your ulti or your ultimate move in Final Fantasy. Right, so I'm just going to go ahead with all the normal attacks. Right, so you can see there's the auto function in which I'm just gonna go ahead to do normal attacks all the way. Right, but obviously you can't hold down use auto all the way, right, if it's a difficult stage, because you'll pretty much die. Right, so here you can see none of my limit is ready, so I'm just gonna go ahead with one more normal attack. Oops, killed it. Alright, so anyway, once the limit break meter is filled, right, you'll be able to launch your ultimate move. Right, then there we go, the classic victory fanfare. Right, so because I didn't manage to launch the limit break, I'm just going to enter the battle one more time. Right, probably a harder battle. Right, so you can see here, items obtained, all these are basically the materials, either for you to level up or awaken. Right, in a way, awaken will be evolving your heroes in the game. Alright, so with this, I'm just gonna go ahead with the last map here for a harder battle. Right, so here I'm just gonna try to rack up my limit bar a bit. So you can see here, no longer a one hit kill. Right, so I'll be filling up the limit bar a bit quicker. Right, so notice the bar above VV, the mage, that's the summoning, the summon, right, in Final Fantasy, but they're calling it Esper in this game. Right, so hopefully I can demonstrate a bit of the Esper summoning here as well. Hopefully the Esper bar is gonna be filled soon. Let's turn off auto. Okay, we're in Battle 3, so we can afford to use the auto function for a bit. Alright, so I'm going to turn off auto. So here you can see Battle 4 out of 4 will be the boss. Alright, so here you can see that by swiping right, which is holding a long tap, and you go to ability, will be your limit break skill. Right, Wild Rose, which is the limit, you can see limit there, damage one enemy, I'm just gonna tap that. VV's ultimate is gonna launch fire attack to all enemies. Kuja, I love Kuja's ultimate. Right, Flare Star, as well as Cecil. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on to Cecil. And then Wild Fang. Right, then we're gonna go for the attack. Right, so you can see that my summon bar is filled, so I can go ahead to summon. So here is where the nice graphic comes in. Right, although you can see like these tiny little fighting characters here, but once you enter the summoning, is real good graphic. Right, so Lunatic voice here, you guys will see some awesome graphics soon. Right, just gonna go ahead to, and there we go. So for a phone game, I think it's very well done in terms of this Final Fantasy gameplay. Right, so hopefully I can slaughter them all before they actually kill me off. So this is one of the hardest stage in battle. Right, for me now at least. Right, so you can see Vivi is back up, so I'm just gonna go ahead to use his ultimate or limit break. Right, let's just call it limit break because it's Final Fantasy. Right, so there we go. That'll be it. I'm glad no one died. Alright, so forever loving the nice victory fanfare. Right, it's the same since Final Fantasy 1 if I remember correctly. Alright, so that will be it for the battle interface. Right, so I'm just going to move on to explain more. Oh, there's a lot of items. Right, in game. Alright, so back to the main menu. So notice that we have plenty of items we got from from every single battle. Right, so there's either materials for you to forge. Right, so here we have the forge function in which we can actually forge whatever recipe that we actually have. Right, for my case, it will be bronze knife, wooden hammer, in which I have no insufficient material, so I can't actually forge anything as of now. Alright, so other than having the materials for forging, we have let's go to units. So you can see here, for each characters that you have, you can either choose, or after forging you have the items you can let your characters hold them. Alright, so if you guys are not sure what character, what's the best equipment for your character, right, there's the optimize button in which it will slot the best possible weapon for that particular character. Right, so other than that, let's take a look at Farion here, my leader, right, which is the highest level. Right, we have enhance, which is leveling up the character. Right, currently you can see Farion here is 52 out of 60. Right, so we have pretty much 8 more levels to max. So enhance will be leveling up the character. Right, so and how do you enhance? So here's the enhancement screen. Right, so by tapping these 5 slots here, you can actually level up your cards or your characters. Right, so how do you level up? What do you choose to level up? Is basically all these cactus here, or cactar. Alright, all these are actually enhanced material. Right, of course you can also use the unused heroes to enhance, but they'll be losing one of your heroes, and feeding hero to hero doesn't really give a lot of EXP. Alright, the big EXP feeders are actually this cactar. Right, so I'm just gonna go ahead to feed this just to show you guys. Right, so by feeding this will be the animation. Right, so that will be jumping Farion from level 52 to 53, 52 to 54. Alright, so they'll learn new skills along the way, as you can see here in this interface. Right, special. Right, so anyway, that will be it. Other than that, we can see that enhancement. Oh, I need to go back. Or awaken. Awaken will be evolving the character. Of course, as pretty much most game, you have to be max level, and you will be needing the awakening materials. Right, so I would say this game is very comfortable to learn, because it doesn't spoon feed you everything, but everything is pretty much you can actually learn them along the way. Right, so it isn't that bad. So other than that, we'll take a look. We were at the world map just now. Right, so you can see here there is Vortex, Esper, Colosseum. Right, so I'm going to explain more in Vortex. So Vortex is where you pretty much get all whatever that you need is found here in the Vortex. Right, so as I mentioned, Cactar is the level up material for all the cards. Right, so here you can actually farm for your level up materials. Right, other than that, Vortex of Desire is pretty much the next place that you want to go. Right, so forging, Chamber of Creation. Right, do you need awakening materials to actually awaken your heroes? Chamber of Awakening. Right, Chamber of Experience actually give you 1 round of a lot of EXP for 1 round, so you can actually mass evolve the entire 5 cards that you have currently. Right, of course, Chamber of Riches for money, because you need money to level up your cards or heroes or characters. Alright, so here just a bit of explanation in the Vortex, so that's very self-explanatory. Right, other than that, Espers will be pretty much the summons that I used just now. You can see here, I so far only have 1. And other than that, Colosseum is just a bit of a side quest, I would say. Alright, so that will be it for this this part of the video. Alright, so one last part before I go off will be summoning. Right, as I mentioned, every single as far as story mode goes, for every single map out there, every map have 3 areas. So once you clear the 3 area, you are actually given a free summoning ticket. Right, so come here, under the summoning tab, you can see that there's a various kinds of summoning that you can actually do. Right, so take a look at the first one, once a day featured summon. So it's pretty much a discounted summon for you. So typically one summon costs 500 lapis. Right, so as you guys know, typical Final Fantasy currency is gil or gil, G-I-L. Right, and lapis will be the currency that we pay. Right, so it's the real money currency, which is the one on my top right, in which I have 3050. Right, so you can take a look here. It's a once a day limited summon for half the price, which is 250. Right, so I can actually summon. Right, so I'm just going to summon once to show you guys. Right, so this will be the summoning animation. Right, so tapping on this crystal will reveal the hero that I've actually summoned. Oh, I have Luna already. Right, that's the luck that I have. Right, so Luna will be my summoning hero of the day for the 251. So other than that, you can see that we have this featured summon in which we can summon one for 500, as I mentioned just now. Right, you can see here, ticket summon will be the one that I mentioned. After you clear one particular map, they give you one free summoning ticket. Right, so this will be the one. And of course, by summoning 10 times the amount, which is 5000 lapis, you get one extra summon. Right, of course that will be the more worth it one, because I can't demonstrate that now because of the number of lapis I have, so we will leave that for next time. Right, so other than that, we have the featured summon, rare summons, and standard summon, in which we have the friend points. Using the friend points to summon all these pretty much 1-star, 2-star heroes. Right, so yeah, we will leave the summoning video next time. So as of now, that will be it for this Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video. Right, so this is one of the game that I've actually picked up not too long ago. Right, and I'm the kind of player, or I'm the kind of gamer whereby I look into a game. If I like it, I'll play it. If I don't like it, I will not touch it at all. Alright, maybe I'll just touch it a bit, see what is it about, and then if I don't like it, I'll not play it at all. Right, so you can see I actually played this for quite a while already. I am rank 12. It doesn't really take much to hit rank 12, but hitting rank 12 means that I've been playing. Right, so yeah, it's quite an awesome game to check out. So if you guys are interested, do check out Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's free to download, first of all, so nothing to worry about here. Right, so with this, that's all for this video. Hopefully I'll be featuring more summoning videos next time probably. Right, so as of now, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.